Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the returning Caleb Plant. Caleb, how are you, man?
I'm good. Appreciate y'all having me.
Caleb, first of all, I want to ask you. I know you just released it on your social media. You got new, you got new fight swag and everything for Fight Week. I saw the new merchandise that's out, getting ready for Fight Week, and I know that fashion is something that you're very passionate about.
Yeah, we got some new merch we're putting out, different style tees and hats and stuff like that. So I definitely encourage everybody who wants some to head to my website. Make sure you grab it before the fight. Make sure you can get swagged up before the bell rings, so you can be in full support.
One thing about it, I have to congratulate you on your 3-year wedding anniversary. Your lovely wife, Jordan Plant, I mentioned that on social media today. The journey with you and your wife, because I've known you guys for a long time.
Yeah.
Literally, I remember when you guys first, became a couple and you were blossoming as a contender. But now where you're at this stage of your life and your career, what has that been like?
Yeah, it's been nice to have, a woman and a wife like Jordan who's been in such full support of my career. And, it makes it easy on me to when, I got to lock in and be fully committed to what I got to be committed to keep this whole thing going and keep my dream alive that I've had, since a kid. So, I'm in a blessed position, to be an athlete with such a supportive wife and someone who understands boxing. I mean, she really knows the ins and outs of boxing. She's a student of the game as well. And she's around boxing so much, whether it be my sparring or training or right, in the trenches with me, that, she really knows what's going on. So, I'm in a good position.
You have a genuine love for the sport of boxing. You always have. I mean, I'm looking right now at your background, and you live in an amazing place. But one thing about you is I feel like your hunger has never gone anywhere. I almost feel like you're hungrier now than what you were when you were a contender. And now you get all this wealth, and you got, I know you love your lowriders and you love your vintage car collection, got a beautiful family. But where does that hunger come from, Caleb?
I think just keeping the priorities the priority, and that, for me, boxing has never been about to be like, the most famous, or so that I could have a big house or nice cars or stuff like that. Obviously, I have those things and I wanted those things, but that was never the main goal. The main goal was to be, one of the greatest of all time, or one of the greatest of my era, or, the goal is to be both. And regardless of what I obtain, regardless of what I have, I still keep the mentality of repping the have-nots. And, I've never lost touch of that. So I keep what's important, and that's, to become and retire as one of the greatest of all time and one of the greatest of this era. And you can't do that by getting caught up in, a house or a car or a watch. At the end of the day, those things are nice to have, but that's not really what's important. And so, I've been blessed to keep that mentality, and people around me, a good, raising by my father to, just keep what's important. And at the end of the day, those things could never trump, greatness. So
my final question to you before I turn it over to the media is, it's clear that Anthony Dirrell doesn't like you. For you, with this particular opponent, is it just business, or is it to where there's a little extra something that you want to prove to him, or you want to do to him on October 15th at Barclays Center in Brooklyn?
I mean, he can feel how he wants. That he's not going to do anything on fight night about it. He's the dog, but he sells a lot of wolf tickets. He wolfs a whole lot. He did the same thing with Badu Jack, especially at their weigh-in when he was trying to run down on him and then talking about he was going to beat him up at the weigh-in. He done the same thing with Yildirim. He does it to everybody, where he wolfs a whole lot because he's a puppy dog, but then he don't really follow through. So I think he's just trying to hype himself up and sell wolf tickets. But come fight night, I'm gonna put a vicious ass whooping on him, and that's not to sell tickets or to sound good. I'm gonna teach him a life lesson.